Here is the full English translation of your text, written clearly and accurately. English translation. 1/5 on the banks of the river Beas, his army revolted and refused to march further east. In this way, this river marked the extreme limit of Alexander's conquests. Viewers, as far as the weary soldiers of the world-famed Macedonian army were concerned, their struggle with King Paris had completely broken their courage, and they no longer wished to advance further into India. When Alexander risked everything to defeat an enemy that had gathered only 20,000 infantry and 2,000 cavalry, his men strongly opposed him. When Alexander insisted on crossing the river Ganga, as well, a river they knew was 32 furlongs wide and extremely deep, with its banks packed with countless warriors, cavalry, and war elephants, they resisted even more. They'd been told that the kings of Gandhara and Prague awaited them with 800 cavalry, 200,000 infantry, 8,000 chariots, and 6,000 war elephants. Alexander addressed his army and tried to persuade them to continue their march deeper into India, but the soldiers pleaded with him to change his decision and allow them to return home. They said they wanted to see their parents, wives, children, and their homeland again. Seeing his men's desire, Alexander agreed and abandoned the plan. On the return journey, his army conquered the Mali tribe in present-day Multan. In the region of Dravira, he appointed his officer Pethan as governor. Pethan held this post for the next 10 years, until 316 BCE. In Punjab, Alexander left command to Paris and Taxila's ruler, and the general Eudemus stayed with the army. After Alexander's death, Eudemus became ruler of a part of Punjab. Both rulers, along with their troops, returned west in 316 BCE. In 321 BC, Chandragupta Maurya laid the foundation of the Mauryan Empire in India and ended Greek control. According to tradition, Alexander sent part of his army with his general Craterus through Carmania, modern southern Iran, while his admiral Nearchus explored the coastline of the Persian Gulf with a fleet. Alexander himself led the rest of the army back to Persia through the southern desert. It is said that during a 60-day march through the desert, Alexander lost 3/4 of his army due to harsh desert conditions. Viewers, this was the story of Alexander the Great's conquests, how he entered Iran, defeated Darius, advanced through Iran, crossed the river Jhelum into the Indian subcontinent, defeated King Paris, reached the banks of the river Beas, traveled along the mountains of Kashmir, and desired to advance further to the Ganga and return to Greece by sea. But his army refused.